Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Yeah. Blackjack. To play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother. Yo, what up? It's your boy Delray from StraightGameTV. Check it out. Platinum songwriter, producer, artist, the whole 9 yards. And today I'm going to tell you about a story in regarding a picture that me and my homegirl co-owned that she took in 1996 that helped sell Tupac's Hummer for over $206,000 in an auction. And yo, it's actually here on the shirt right here. But check it out. I got it live for you right here in all its glory, right? So check it out. Yo, I'm not gonna bore you with theatrics or nothing like that. You see, I sold a couple of million records with Tupac. I knew him personally. We hung out in the whole 9 yards. But right now, I want to get into the story about this, the picture, as well as the story behind the picture and what happened and how this picture helped sell Tupac's Hummer for over $206,000. Your boy Delray, Straight Game. Enjoy the story. Peace. It was late August 1996, and on this particular day, I had some girlfriends of mine who had came from Maryland to visit California, and they wanted to go sightseeing in the Hollywood area. They wanted to go to visit Hollywood Boulevard, the Hollywood sign. They wanted to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. They wanted to go to O.J. Simpson's Rockingham Estate, as well as Nicole Brown Simpson's place where the murder actually happened. Melrose Boulevard, Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. They wanted to hit all of the hot spots at that particular time. So we jump in the car. I'm driving. We leaving, coming from Long Beach. And so we go to Hollywood. And we first stop at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. So as we stop there, we have something to eat. After that, we head to Hollywood Boulevard. So as we're going down Hollywood Boulevard, west on Hollywood Boulevard, we pull up to the light on La Brea, which now you have to turn left to get to Sunset Boulevard. So as we get to Sunset Boulevard and the cross street is La Brea, in which we're on, we see the black Hummer. So I say, yo, they got Tupac right there. They was like, nah, you bullshitting. I'm like, nah, that's him. She was like, well, catch up to him. So Tupac was turning, he was heading down Sunset East, and he turned right on La Brea Boulevard. So all we had to do was go straight to catch up with him. So we catch up with him. I was just actually with Tupac on the 11th of August at the House of Blues. And so when I pull up, I'm like, yo, what up, Pac? I said, yo, this is my homegirls. They from Maryland. You know, they want to take a picture with you. So Tupac was like, he's like, I can't get out the car because if I get out the car, then, you know, other people going to be stopping in traffic and wanting to take pictures too. So I told my homegirl, I gave her the camera. I said, look, just go ahead and, you know, shoot a shot of him or a couple of shots of him or whatever. And, you know, that should be cool. You know what I mean? And then as she's about to take the picture, my other homegirl asked Tupac out of curiosity. And she said, Tupac, can I ask you a question? He was like, sure, baby. And she said, how many times did you get shot? Referring to the Quad Studios 1994 shooting. And simultaneously, as he's answering the question, my homegirl's taking the picture. He puts up 5 fingers and says 5. And that's actually how the picture was taken on that particular day. The exact day the picture was taken was August 30th, 1996. And like I said, just a few weeks earlier, I was with Tupac at the House of Blues on August 11th, 1996. So if we can go and fast forward 21 years to 4th of July, 2017, that 4th of July weekend. So I'm home back in Maryland and I'm visiting, and my girlfriend, she's a hair designer. And so I stopped past her salon and, you know, we talking and everything. And she says to me, she says, I got the picture. I said, what picture? She said, the picture of Tupac. I said, what picture of Tupac? She said, you remember we went there? I was like, oh, yeah. Man, I had actually forgotten all about that picture. I mean, because it's been so many years and the things in life, it happens, you know. kids and all of that stuff, thinking about that picture. So she give me the picture and all of the pictures, on that roll of film and so on and so forth. And like she said, she was like, you know what? I said, I'm gonna copyright it. She said, yeah, well, we can own that together. You know what I mean? And so we both own the copyright together. And so I said, let me call my friend over at the newspaper and let me tell her about the picture. She was like, okay, cool. And so I called my friend, rest in peace, Wendy Winters, and she did a story on the picture and the whole story behind it, which you can look up. And it was on the cover of the Baltimore Sun as well as the Capital newspaper, which is a Gazette company. And it actually traveled on and made a little bit of national news also. So a couple of weeks later, in and around August 8th or 10th, 2017, right after I had rediscovered the photo, I get a call from a guy by the name of Bobby Livingston from R&R Auctions. And he basically said that he had saw the photo and he wanted to use the photo to help re-auction Tupac's Hummer, because he explained to me that they had auctioned it before and somebody had bid it like $300,000, but the person who had bid that didn't come through with the money. So they were in the process of actually re-auctioning the Hummer, and he wanted to license my photo. So we worked out a licensing deal, and approximately 1 week later, the photo would be used on the auction site, and it would be placed above the auction as the auction was going on as sort of an authentication piece in regarding the Hummer and Tupac's actual ownership of the Hummer for people who might not be familiar. Because a lot of buyers sometimes are not familiar with all of that. They know who Tupac is, but like I said, so in that way, the picture authenticated the Hummer. The Hummer was beautiful. Tupac actually purchased the Hummer on August 16th, 1996. So he purchased it actually a few weeks before he was killed. And so that's the story behind the Hummer actually being auctioned, and the picture actually helping sell the Hummer for over $206,000 to a buyer in Baltimore, of all places, because like I said, once a few weeks earlier, the picture was actually on the front page of the Baltimore Sun as well as the Capital newspaper. Like I said, sold for over $206,000 to a buyer who chose to remain anonymous for obvious reasons. But when you think about the irony of it all, the Baltimore connection, Tupac, who himself grew up some of his life in Baltimore on Greenmount Avenue, attended the Baltimore School of the Arts, where he would begin his journey into arts and entertainment. And then myself, who was born in Baltimore at Johns Hopkins, my girlfriend, who took the picture when she came out here visiting from Maryland. And then you have the guy who actually purchased the Hummer, him being from Baltimore. But this was Tupac's last car that he purchased, right? The last car, the first place that you got your start in arts and entertainment, would return back to that place from an anonymous buyer from Baltimore. And then to flip it all the way around, the picture became known to the world by being on the front cover of the Baltimore Sun and the Capital newspaper, which is in Maryland also. And so that's the story behind that. Straight game.